Have you been drinking the same coffee for so long that you can't even taste it anymore? Are you tired of spending $15 on a bag of coffee that you don't even like? Then this coffee show is for you. Welcome back to the Bracketology of Coffee, Season 5, Round 5. This season does not have a theme, but the winner will be moving on to Season 6, where winners from the first 5 seasons will battle it out to see who is best of the best. Let me introduce today's competitors. First up, we have the Organic Island Blend from the Bean Coffee Company. The origin is unknown. This 16-ounce bag goes for $13.85. It's a medium roast, and they actually ranked number 1 in my brackets. Going up against the Breakfast Blend from McCafe. Their origin is also unknown. This 12-ounce bag goes for $5.23. It's a light roast, and they ranked number 5 in my brackets. Let me explain how this competition works. The coffees are prepared in a French press. The recipe I use is 1 tablespoon of coffee grounds for every 5 ounces of water. The coffees are steeped for 4 minutes. The competition consists of 2 halves. The first half, I drink the coffees black, fresh out of the French press, and in the second half, I add some cream. I score each round out of 100, allowing for a maximum possible score of 200 points. Let me get these coffees brewing, and I'll be right back. Alright, coffee's done brewing. Just going to let it cool down for a few minutes. Super excited. I'm starting at Vail Resorts this winter. Picked up my employee ski pass this morning. So I'll be hopefully skiing on maybe Monday. Pretty excited about that. As you can see, I'm coming to you from Pod 23 inside the Cohabit Hotel in Avon, Colorado. If you plan on doing any skiing at either Vail or Beaver Creek this season, this would definitely be the place to stay. I'll put the website on the screen for you. Quick note, 25% of the population is thought to be a super taster. I am not a super taster. Consider myself an average taster. What I look for in coffee is drinkability, something that is smooth and flavorful with a pleasing aftertaste. The way this works, I'm going to drink the coffees twice. First taste, I'm just getting an overview, and on the second taste, I'll give them a score. So, first up, we have the Organic Island Blend from the Bean Coffee Company. Let me give them a taste. Okay, so this one is absent of any funky flavors. It's going to take me 2 tastes to pick up all the flavors that is going on there. Right now, it is a blend, an island blend, so I can taste a melody of flavors in there. In their first episode, I was a little bit disappointed with the flavors because I was just expecting more. It's kind of a craft coffee company. And the Organic Island Blend, they're located in, I think, Southern California. And one of their parent companies did really well in a previous competition. So I had really high expectations for them. But it's absent of any funky flavors, so we'll see how they do on the second taste. So let me get an overview on this breakfast blend from McCafe. Yeah, McCafe did great in their first episode. It's a light roast, so they've got just tons of flavor, very smooth, very drinkable. I love everything about that coffee. I mean, especially the price point, such a reasonably priced coffee. They get often overlooked because it is, affiliated with, McDonald's and whatnot. But all right, let's go ahead and get a score on this Island Blend from the Bean Coffee Company. Yeah, my issue with them is definitely just the expectation is here, and realistically, they're more here as far as flavors and stuff. Don't get me wrong, the coffee flavor's there. It's very drinkable, fairly smooth. The roast seems to fit it just about right. The bean is roasted, about perfectly, but it's just lacking in flavor compared to what I would expect from them. So, I'm going to go ahead and give them an 84 in the first half. Alright, now let's get a score on this breakfast blend from McCafe. I gotta mention something to some of you newer viewers. So obviously McCafe and the Bean Coffee Company, they both received scores in their previous episodes. And it's not so much about like coming down to a precise number for the coffee. For me, it's about coming down to a number in comparison to their competitor. So that's what this is about. Tasting two coffees side by side. One of them is a little bit better, and one of them doesn't quite measure up. So if you're wondering why the scores are probably going to be different from episode to episode, that's why. They're just facing a different competitor. So let's go ahead and get a score for McCafe. Yeah, their flavors are great. And maybe this episode is going to come down to where the expectations are set. My McCafe expectations are pretty low because it's a low price point and it is a McDonald's coffee, so I don't expect much. Whereas the Bean Coffee Company's got a little bit higher price point. It is a small company brewing or roasting organic island blend. Maybe my expectations are just too high. But McCafe, I'm going to actually give them an 86 in the first half. Alright, I'm going to pause the video, add a little bit of half and half, and we'll be right back for the second half of this competition. Thanks for watching. Alright, so I've added about a tablespoon of cream to each one of these coffees. We're going to do the same thing, taste them twice. First taste, I'm getting an overview. Second taste, I'll give them a score. And once again, we'll start with the Organic Island Blend from the Bean Coffee Company. Yes, I got to mention one more thing that's on my mind. If you guys have watched this whole season, you know that I recorded round 1, and then I took like an 8-month break, and then I recorded round 2. So this is my second batch of coffees. I bought all the coffees back in the beginning, and then I didn't record the episode, so 8 months later, obviously the coffee was not going to be any good, so I bought the coffee all over again. So the Bean Coffee Company, because my expectations were so high, and the flavor just wasn't there. I actually thought that maybe the first bag I received was an old bag of coffee, but I don't think that's the case. I think that for me the flavor just isn't really there with this coffee. They have a true coffee flavor, and it's very drinkable, but there are no flavors just bursting out, especially no island flavors by any means for me. But let me go ahead and get an overview on this breakfast blend from McCafe. delicious. You know, tasting the lightness of the roast. All kinds of flavors are bursting out of there, and that's kind of what I look for in coffee. You know, it's drinkable, it's smooth. The flavorful is very important for me because, you know, for me, smooth just kind of means a lack of funky flavors. And when they actually they're bursting with flavors that make you want to take that next sip and that next sip, that's exactly what McCafe is doing for me right now. So let's go ahead and get a score on this Organic Island blend. So I think 99% of the time the half and half enhances the flavor of the coffee. It tends to mask the funky flavors and tends to kind of heighten the delicious flavors. And so for the Bean Coffee Company, they did step up their game a bit. Still not bursting with tons of flavor, but it is a little bit better with the half and half. So let's go ahead and give them an 86 in the second half. Alright, let's get a score on this breakfast blend. I mean, I taste the flavors as soon as I put the coffee on my tongue. I mean, sometimes you can't really taste the flavors until after you've swallowed and then you run it across your tongue. But the flavors for me are there immediately in this breakfast blend. I really enjoy that coffee. I'm going to go ahead and give them a 90 in the second half. It's a great score. Alright, give me a second to tally up these scores, and we'll be right back to determine a winner in this Season 5, Round 5 competition. Don't go anywhere. Alright, we're back to determine a winner in this Round 5 competition. First up, we had the Organic Island Blend from the Bean Coffee Company. They scored an 84 in the first half, 86 in the second half, for a total of 170. I would recommend this coffee. You know, it's a small business, which I love to support. It is drinkable. For me, my expectation was just maybe a little bit too high. So just expect a very smooth, drinkable coffee. Don't expect tons of flavor. But it is a quality coffee for sure, and I would recommend purchasing a bag online and giving them a shot. They went up against the breakfast blend from McCafe. They scored an 86 in the first half, 90 in the second half, for a total of 176. Definitely recommend this coffee. I mean, they're a total underdog, full of flavor, awesome price point. Next time you're running down the grocery aisle and see the McCafe bag, go ahead and pick one up because they are our Season 5, Round 5 winner. They'll be moving on to the finals. So, thanks for watching the Nash Potatoes Coffee Show. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We will see you next time.